going on, everyone? Welcome to another very exciting episode right here on the MIgardener channel. So I have been teasing about doing this video for probably about a month now, and so many of you have been requesting that we do it that I finally said, you know what? I think it is time. So we are doing a harvest video today. Believe it or not, we're doing a harvest video of the craziest thing I have ever grown, which is coffee. I am so excited about this because if you remember, if you've been following this channel for any length of time, last year we did a coffee harvest video as well. However, it included a harvest of only 3 coffee beans. It was very, very, very small. And with that, we actually roasted them and made the world's smallest cup of coffee. I recommend checking out that video. It was a ton of fun, and Mrs. MIgardener actually tasted the coffee and kind of reviewed it and guessed which one she thought was the homegrown. We compared it against a pretty reputable store-bought brand and kind of just put them up head to head. It was pretty fun, but it wasn't really enough to get a full cup of coffee. So this year, all of that is going to change, I think. So before I do a harvest, I want to show you all the amazing beauty that is this coffee tree. Now, I will warn you, it does look a little sickly. That's because coffee, especially of this size tree, really truly does take a beating during the winter months. Especially this year, we've had so many overcast days. I think I was hearing on the news that there's been a record number of overcast days or days with complete cloud cover this year. So this is an all-time low for sunlight, and trees like tropical plants. I've got a couple other tropical plants here as well. Like my Washington navel orange and my lemon, my Meyer lemon, which aren't dying, but they're definitely not growing, and they certainly would appreciate a little more light. The coffee is really not doing the greatest. I've got it under, as you can see, some artificial light. That's what's so bright back there. I got some artificial light pumping down on it, but with the canopy being so thick, I really can't get enough light to even touch all the leaves. So without those sunny days, it is suffering a little bit. So you'll see that. Don't worry, it's not dying. It just always does that. I will have a video coming out very, very, very soon of us actually repotting this. Believe it or not, we're going to try to repot this because it needs to go in the next size up pot to continue its growth. And that is going to be a very daunting endeavor. I'm very excited about it though, because this will be the final up pot. This will be enough soil to sustain its life through its full, through its entire life. This tree, a lot of people have asked how old it is actually 6 years old. This is its almost its 6th birthday actually in February. Mrs. MIgardener and I went to a conservatory, and it was, I think, maybe our 2nd or 3rd date. Pretty bad that I can't remember, but it was our 2nd or 3rd date. I was visiting her in Chicago, and we went to a conservatory, and they were sweeping up coffee beans on the floor. And I asked the guy, the janitor that was sweeping them up, I said, "What are you guys gonna do with these?" And he said, "Well, we're gonna throw them out." I said, "Well, can I take a few?" And he said, "Well, you're really not supposed to take them from the conservatory." And so I said, "Oh, okay," and I walked away. And on my way back, the temptation kind of got the best of me. And I know, self-incriminating, obviously I'm admitting this, but just don't do it. You're not really supposed to. But that's where I actually got the seeds, and this is very sentimental to me. This tree means a whole lot because it's really been with me my entire time that I've been with Mrs. MIgardener. Before we were married, before I even really knew that I thought of her as a girlfriend. I mean, we kind of just were hanging out as friends up until that point. And so it really means a lot. This was one of the biggest things that I'd done too, starting something from seed and growing it to full fruition. It's something I've really never done before in terms of a fully mature fruiting tree. So it's a very fun thing, and that's why I'm willing to go the extra mile for it. The pot that I bought actually cost over $150. So some people take their pets to the vet for extreme measures and spend a lot of money on their pets. This is my pet. We don't have pets. This is my pet. So it is going to look a little sickly, but it really won't be that bad, and it's going to look even better in a couple coming weeks. So stay tuned for that video. It's going to be a lot of fun. So the tree is well above my height. This is pushing about 6'5". It's quite a tall tree, but this is about as tall as it's going to get. This variety is the coffee Arabica. It won't get a whole lot taller than this. As you can see, I've got an artificial light here, and then I've also got an artificial light up here to really pump the light down. And we're just intensifying this side of the tree because this side of the tree gets a lot of sunlight from, well, when the sun does shine, it gets a lot of light from the sun. So we're trying to kind of cover all sides of the tree here. And it looks great. It absolutely looks incredible. Even though it has lost a ton of foliage in the center there, that's just because the light just simply cannot get to that center foliage, so it drops. But that's not a problem. Like I said, it'll all come back and regrow, and yeah, it's looking awesome. So coming down here, you can see the first couple sets of berries. The berries actually set on second year growth, my apologies. So they'll grow. It's a lot like raspberries. They'll grow, and then the next year, they'll flower. So all these are on second year growth, which is great. So I've got some clusters there. Underneath here, I've got a few smaller berries in the dark there. But coming on down here, much more mature growth, you can see the berries are getting a little bit bigger and a little more prolific. And then you get clusters like this. That's a money shot right there. That is just so beautiful. And then coming over here, there's even more. You can see this. Just incredibly beautiful. Get that in some light there. All right, let's harvest. I got this little bowl here because I figured it's probably going to be enough. It's a modest harvest, and I think the take home from this is that a lot of people have asked me, is it financially feasible to grow coffee in Michigan? And as you can see, it's possible, and it's a lot of fun. In fact, we actually sell the coffee seeds over at MIgardener.com, just 99 cents a pack. We sell 5 seeds in a pack, and we get them fresh right from Hawaii, the green berries, and then we sell them that way because we just wouldn't produce enough of the coffee fruit to sell. And so we sell them on MIgardener.com, and you can grow them, but don't ever expect to really save a lot of money. The stuff that I'm going to harvest might be enough for a cup to maybe 2 cups of coffee. So it's very much a novelty. And if you have a nice sunny window, the thing that I like to say is that for me, it's like therapy. When everything's dead outside, I get to see this beautiful green plant that produces these berries, which are sweet. They are edible. They're a little tart, but they are edible. And it produces this just gorgeous green foliage all year long. It also is a great outdoors plant. We take it outside onto our patio, and people just really enjoy it. It's just something different. It's something unique, and on top of that, it has the sentimental value that just really, I don't know, you can't buy that. And that's why I said before, I'm willing to spend so much on keeping it alive, regardless of what it takes, because it means so much to me. But yeah, it would never pay for itself. In fact, the lights that I run, I pretty much run the lights from the beginning of October all the way through until about the end of April, about 18 hours a day. And that alone is well more than a cup of coffee, which is all I'm really going to get out of this tree, maybe 2 cups at most. And I could maybe squeeze out a little bit more once I transplant it. That's going to be the big thing. Once I transplant it, it's going to put out a bunch more growth, and it's really going to be a whole lot healthier. And it's going to be able to handle the stress a lot better. So it might put out about 4 or 6 cups of coffee, which is pretty incredible, but still not, even at Starbucks prices, which are crazy, that light above still costs more than that to run. So we are getting a pretty good haul. We're getting a pretty good haul, actually a lot more than I thought. They add up quick. I didn't think I was harvesting that much, but they are so beautiful. Now, the one question I know I'm going to get is, how do you hand pollinate these? Do you have to? Do you need 2 trees? Well, I only need 1 tree, so you don't need 2. It's not like there's a male and a female. It's not like apples where you need 2 to produce viable fruit. But what you do need to do is you do need to have it pollinated some way. If you don't pollinate it either by your hand or by an insect, the flowers will form and then they'll just fall off. So you do need to, that was a good pull there. Check that out. You do need to provide some type of pollination. And what we do is we just take it outside. The flowers will form in about mid to late June or early July. And so it's right around the time when it's warm enough to put it outside. And the tree just smells incredible. I mean, it smells like jasmine, lavender, citrus, just all in one. It's just the most incredible smell. And honeybees come from all over to pollinate this tree. And you only, like I said, you only need one, so it doesn't need a cross. And at least, you wouldn't have another coffee tree for probably a couple hundred, if not thousands of miles that would pollinate with this anyway. So yes, it only needs the one tree, and it does just fine. But you do need to give it some type of pollination. I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked. Check this out. So this is quite a haul. This is probably close to, I'd say, about a pound of fresh, ripe coffee berries. Once the seeds are taken out, the seeds are very, they are very slippery. So the skin is not that much weight. So a lot of the weight is in the coffee berries. Sorry, it's so bright. There you go. So the seeds themselves take up a lot of the fruit weight because the flesh is really not that, it's not that heavy. And the fruit is actually very sweet this year. There's not a whole lot of tartness. It's actually very sweet. I'm shocked. It's it kind of tastes a lot like, there still is an odd green pepper taste like I tasted last year. It kind of tastes like a green pepper, but there's quite a lot of fruitiness to it as well. And so I really like these. These are really unique, but they're also very high antioxidants as well. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of these coffee berries, but now the next thing that I have to do is I have to pit all these coffee berries here, and then I have to dry the seeds out, and then they'll be ready for roasting. And I suspect once I dry them out, some reports I've read say that they'll come out to about 50%. Once you remove the berry and all the moisture, it'll come out to about 50% of the total weight. So we'll be at maybe about a half a pound of dry coffee, which is pretty incredible. I mean, I can't really put a price on it because it's just, this tree is priceless to me, and whatever I get off of it is just a bonus. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really did have a ton of fun harvesting these coffee berries with you, and I really do hope that you like this video. If you did like this video, make sure to actually like it. It really helps spread our videos around, and we have so much more coming out. So stay tuned for all of that. We're gonna have a ton of tropical growing guides coming out very soon. That's right, we have a lot of plants I've not yet shown on this channel. The two here I've done growing guides on, but I have a lot of other growing guides coming out on tropical plants that you've not yet seen, part of the MIgardener collection. So make sure to stay tuned for those videos. And also, we're gonna be doing a lot more in the grow room. So I got a ton going on down there. So make sure to subscribe if you're not yet already, and we'll catch you all in the next episode. This is Luke from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to grow big or go home. Make sure to check out MIgardener.com if you want to grow some of these seeds, and we'll catch you all later. See ya. Bye.